Hi, this is my mini gas scooter. It's the Xtreme XG 505. I've completed the mini bike seat and frame, and I've added 1 gallon fuel tank for my Briggs & Stratton engine. It was being parted out, and it came off an 8 horsepower, and I've hooked it up to the 49cc 2-stroke engine. The modifications I've made to this scooter over the last few years include I installed a black pipe. I believe it's for gas line. It's the same size as a water pipe, but it's a black iron pipe. And it's a little bit tough to see, but right there where the cables would come out of the original steer shaft, you could see the black. That's the pipe in there. So that helped reinforce it. You do have to drill holes to accommodate for the fork bolts. I've replaced my fork bolts with grade A bolts. Where it attaches to the frame down here, I've also put grade 8 bolts. This is a metric bolt right here, but it's grade 8.8. I really try to fortify this scooter so it'd be stronger, more reliable. The front end on this used to shake a lot until I put all those high strength bolts in, and I eliminated the fold lock mechanism. So the front doesn't fold down anymore, but that's okay because I have the mini bike seat on and I'm not taking that off. So, and I put metal brake handles. The originals had plastic bodies. This is a pretty neat scooter. When I first got it, it had 10-inch tall tires, but I've put 9-inch on since I got it. Mainly because I felt like the gear ratio was a little bit too high. The shorter tires helped give it a little bit lower gear ratio, a little more torque on takeoff, and it can handle dirt roads a little bit better. And the main reason I changed the gas tank, just because I wanted to be able to go longer distances without having to fill up. So, and I've installed BMX foot pegs for smaller passengers. But I'm pretty proud of it. It turned out pretty well. Another little small highlight is toggle on off switch. But it runs pretty well. I would recommend with the engines, this is the second engine that I've had. I would recommend, like I say, to use synthetic 2-stroke oil in it. My first engine, I burned it up. I think the quality of the 2-stroke oil I was using wasn't very good, and it got a little warm. And these air-cooled engines, you know, they can bite the dust fairly easy if they get overheated. Or if you run the mixture too lean, you can get a lot of power out of them if you run them, the carburetor mixture a little bit leaner, but I don't recommend it. You'll burn it up. I'm not going to modify this engine. A lot of people do that, but if I were to ever, you know, want it for high speed or power, what I would do is I would definitely upgrade to a different engine like a Tanaka or a Honda, then maybe add air filter and exhaust. But Not with this cheaper engine, but it's good enough for what I use it for. So, some of you may be wondering about how I hooked up the return line from the primer bulb on the carburetor, since it's a two-stroke engine and this tank came off of a four-cycle, the fuel tank. It only has one, the fuel tank only has one line coming out. All I did was add a T. I'll show you up under here what I'm talking about. I just simply added a T to the fuel line. It's up on top there. And it just spits the gas, the smaller one, it spits the gas back up there. It actually just travels up. Then normal fuel line operation going down. It goes to the fuel filter. All the gas gets filtered, and then the return line, when you push the primer valve, the fuel comes up this line and then just goes back in. So you don't have to put an extra fitting on the fuel tank. And it works great. So I put a shutoff valve. It's a marine type, just for longevity, and also when I want to change the fuel filter, I'm not going to leak I don't have to drain the whole gas tank to do it. Just shut off the valve, so that helps. That's the main purpose for the fuel shutoff valve. But it's got a homemade mini bike seat frame that I made out of water pipes, galvanized water pipes, thin stake steel, 1/2 inch diameter threaded rod with 3/8 reducers that screw into the 3/4 inch water pipe keys. It's a pretty neat setup. Never seen anybody do it before, so I thought I'd do it. It may be out there, I just haven't seen it been done yet. These scooters, well, I get, after riding on it for a few minutes, it's a little tiring. I'm not going to add lights to it or anything, nothing like that. If I ever did, it'd probably just be like a bicycle light set. You can add it. There's like a little voltage regulator it comes with. The Magneto will provide. It's not very much power. It's at 12 volts, and you can hook it up, but your lights won't be that bright. Also, the electric start, I don't have it hooked up. The batteries wear out fast. Like the little rechargeable Jeeps that little kids ride, like the 3- and 4-year-olds ride. Well, I should say maybe 4- and 5-year-olds, but they have 12-volt batteries on them, and I was thinking maybe get a charger and one of those batteries. I haven't measured it. I don't know if I could get it to fit somewhere on here, but that might be a good option for putting that on for the electric start for longevity. It'd probably last a lot longer than the original batteries do, but be able to recharge it over and over. But that would be, it's probably not even worth doing, but it's an idea I had. But yep, I just wanted to show everybody that I pretty much completed it. I had done a test run, and I had bought an off-branded fuel cap, but that didn't work out. It was leaking, so I got this genuine Briggs & Stratton cap. It's not leaking now, so if you do that, I'd recommend getting the brand of cap that is the brand of your tank. Probably work out better for you. But there she is, stand-up mini gas scooter with a mini bike seat and a 1-gallon fuel tank with foot pegs. So if you've got a kid or, you know, younger passenger or just somebody shorter, they can hop on the back with you. Alright, I wanted to show everybody how it turned out, and this is what she looks like. Alright, take care.